So this gem of a car has been in my possession to do some work, some custom work on it, largely around the draw system and dual battery, etc. But this thing is, I think it's 503,000 on the clock. It's largely unmolested. It's got different wheels and different headlights, but it's a shorty. Not just a shorty, it is in immaculate condition. I think it's probably the only one of its kind in the whole country in this condition. Just look at that. The thing is perfect. The only thing there is that I can find is the small wear on the driver's seat, and it's so common. Look at that dash. It's perfect. 503,000. Alpine radio fitted, an amplifier under the seat, and some Sony speakers front and rear. But look at this thing. Absolutely immaculate. Front and rear seats. So I fitted some USB charging points. We all have these modern devices that we need some power for. Let's show you the inside of the car, of the engine bay. It's a masterful thing. This is not only the silver top 4.2 diesel, it is the silver top 4.2 diesel with the inline pump. That's how old this car is. It's got the original. Everything else in here is original work. The things which are not original is there. You can see the fuse that goes to the Smart Pass 120 and the massive zero gauge cable that goes to the Smart Pass 120. How beautiful is that? What a car. The owner bought a roof rack, or got a roof rack with the car, so I fitted it and fitted the tent on it as well. Cleaned it up a little bit, painted it with it's aluminium. I painted it with Durham 88 stone chip, very hardy stone chip material. In any case, the client's brief was although it is a shorty, they have 2 kids and they wanted to keep the back seats, but they wanted a draw system in the back with a dual battery and a compressor and a space for a fridge. So this is what I came up. Look at that door. I mean, it is perfection. Everything works. Everything is just minty on this thing. Minty. So this is what I came up with. On the left hand side over there is a little standalone unit with a finger pull opening at the top that houses the compressor and the factory Nissan jack, because as you know, if you own a GQ, you'll know the jack fits in a little panel in the side there, and I've now covered that up. Then there's a fridge, a little Snowmaster Traveller fridge, and on this side there's a lot going on. It's a Discoverer AGM 110 amp hour battery. Behind it, on top of it, is a CTEC charger, 120 volt input, 10 amp output charger, and then behind there's a CTEC D250 SE, a DC to DC, and a Smart Pass 120. So I managed to squeeze quite a lot in here. So let's just take a look at the thing bit by bit. So looking at the on the left hand side here at the compressor side, you can see what I've tucked away in there is a little flexible compressor hose. Provided a little on-off switch so you can pump the tires. Tucks away into the base here. Pretty basic and simple, not spectacular. Very simple and easy. And then I've got these covers that cover it, and there you can see there's the factory Nissan jack. Drops in there, it wedges in to a little spot, and there's a little compressor, and there you can see its fuse and its relay, powered from the main battery, not the auxiliary battery, and that is simply covered by a little cover, so you can actually pack stuff on top of this in the corners here. Try and make use of all the space. They also wanted to be able to tie stuff down on top of the thing, so there's actually still place for a couple of cub, maybe the front runner cub boxes, and you put sleeping bags and whatever around there. On this side there is a lot going on. Also, it's a finger pull cover. I've provided in the bottom corner here a little lighter socket and an auxiliary. They both work off the auxiliary battery, so you can add lights or charge whatever you want to. Outside of the car, tucked away so that if the door closes it doesn't break off the fittings. And then in here there really is a lot going on. Excuse if it may look messy, but these are all the temperature sender wires for the smart pass unit, for the CTEC D250 SE unit, and there's the heat sensor wires for the 10 amp charger. So it's a 10 amp charger. And how do you plug it in? Well, I'm glad you asked. So they're looking from the outside in is the CTEC charger on top of the battery box area, and this is where you plug it in. So you'll just jack a kettle plug straight in there from a 220 volt socket, and it'll give you 10 amps of power, enough to keep your fridge going and a few accessories quite comfortably, and keep your battery fully charged, your auxiliary battery fully charged. Then behind this unit, flip the seats forward, there is a whole lot going on. These monster cables, if I go and look, they're actually not monster cables. It is 0 gauge kicker cables, and that is CTEC specification over the length that I've taken the cables to the front battery, and I've managed to squeeze in the CTEC and the D250S in this tiny little spot there. The blue plug there is the solar input. The client doesn't have any solar at the moment, but you'll just check the solar into that, and it's already wired into the CTEC. So quite a lot going on, but it's all managed to squeeze in, and you can still close the seat, and everything disappears, and it looks like a normal little vehicle. I mentioned earlier it is a very tall ask to get a whole drawer system, fridge, dual battery, compressor, CTEC units, jack, everything in here, but it's squeezed in. The unit is, the principle is very simple. It's a cabinet with drawers and a fridge slide in it, essentially. Client's got a little gas cooker, and so asked for a specific spot to keep the gas cooker, so that's to fit the little gas cooker when it's not in use. Then these are just storage drawers for coffee, tea, biscuits, whatever. Both the same. These use a removable slide, so to take the drawer out, you lift the tab on both sides. You lift one side, drop the other side, and you can actually slide this. unit off of the slides completely. If you spill sugar in it or something, you can actually clean it. So those are those. I didn't use lockable paddle handles. There was no real need for it. The back door locks anyway. Then there's the fridge slide component, and it simply slides out with one latch, and then you can then access your fridge and get your drinks out. I think it's about I don't know, 40 litre or something, or 48 litre fridge. It's got a little remote that you can plug into the lighter socket, so you can see the fridge temperature from the front. Free plug for Snowmaster. Snowmaster, yes, I'll take one, thank you. Yeah, there it's currently plugged in. I've just plugged it in for the demo, but yeah, it was an extremely tight fit. You see the hinges stick out and the latch sticks out, and there is not a lot of wiggle room to get in, but the fridge slides in and out, so you can get to your drinks quite easily. And then I've added a little stainless steel shelf which slides out, so you want to stop at the side of the road and have a sandwich or just pop something out. You can put a hot kettle on this, hot pan. You can cook on this and then clean it quite easily. And the other thing is that the whole lot moves with the fridge slide. So if you want to get something out your fridge while you're cooking, you can slide the whole lot out all at once. And then I wanted to do a little special thing, so I've added a push to release drawer, so that you can put some spices and salt and pepper and knives and forks and bits and pieces in there. It is pretty simple. There's no catch on it. It's a push to release unit, and then I've made the latches so that they all just push closed. You don't have to hold any latch to close it. That way you don't break anything. But there we go. I'll do it one more time just because, well, it's awesome. And push the bottom drawer to release, just to give you an indication of how much extra space there is popping out of the back of this tiny little car. It's a nice little drawer system. Let me know what you think. There's a couple of systems that I've built that are really on my list of favorites, and this is definitely one of them. It is a very difficult job to get it in the shorty with all the seats in place and nothing moved. So there we go. Nissan Patrol TD42 shorty with an inline pump, silver top motor with a drawer system in the rear and dual battery. What a gem.